Hi everybody, it's Catherine V. Holmes, and I'm here to talk about a really fun project for the autumn season that is coming up. Leaf rubbings have been done before, right? Time and time again. We're going to take a new little spin on it and show you how to add a Zen doodle type design to it to make it a little bit unique and to have it be a little more time consuming too. Sometimes leaf rubbings can be a little too quick and the end result isn't necessarily as gorgeous as it could be if a little more time were taken with it. I'm picking out some of the fall colors. It's usually a warm color palette, maybe throw in a couple greens. These are looking a little rough on the sides, so I might draw a little first with them to clean them up a little. See how I'm getting it a little bit cleaner right here? I'm just going to clean these up a tiny bit. Check out how I'm using the edge. This is what we're going to be doing when we're doing our leaf rubbings. I think especially the yellow needs it. Get all that yucky off. All right, now to do a good leaf rubbing, first you need to get some leaves, right? So I just went outside, and it's raining here, by the way. These were soaking wet, and I pulled them down off of a tree because they have not yet turned. There's not many on the ground. So I pulled them down and I got a face full of rain. But I dried them off and here they are, good to go. So the key is you want to use the vein side. The vein side is the side you want, not the smooth side. So you want to use this side. Get a thin piece of paper. Computer paper works really well for this. And you want to take your leaf and put it underneath your paper. Feel where it is. You can sort of feel with your fingers the veins, and then take the edge of your oil pastel or crayon and then rub. And then your leaf will appear. Try and stay in the area where you believe your leaf is. I know it's hard, you can't see it, but if you sort of stay in a similar area as to where you think it is, that'll give you a really nice outline as opposed to going all over the place. And check that out. Those veins are really popping. Looks really nice. So we can use the same leaf. Take it out and move it. Maybe do a little bit of an overlap. Maybe not. It's completely up to you. Again, I'm just guessing at where this leaf is. Now it's starting to take shape. I can figure out where it's at. Maybe I'll try a little of this. Feel free to use all one color or mix it up like I'm doing. It's all good. Experiment with it. Maybe throw in a little bit of green. Because leaves don't all change at the same rate during the autumn season. They don't all turn at the same time. Sometimes there's some green in there, some gold, some brown, a little bit of yellow. Just have fun with it. The goal is try and get your paper covered with your leaf vein design. And if some, oops, my leaf moved there on me. If some happens to get on your leaf, that's fine. There's more where that came from. It might be fun to start your class off. If you're doing a class, go outside with your students and have them collect some leaves. Take them on a little nature walk. Maybe take your science teacher with you and discuss why leaves change. The colors change. Why do deciduous trees have leaves that shed and change color? There's many different ways you could go with this. So fill up the paper. I'm going to do this somewhat quickly so we can get to the next step of this process, which is the Zen Tangle leaf. Feel free to move your paper as you need to get the best angle for yourself. This looks really good when all the white, or most of the white, is covered up. I'm going to mix it up. I'm using the same leaf. These are the same type of leaves. This one's a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll get a different result from this one. Pretty much the same. Still very cool. Again, we are using that leaf vein side up so we can see all those beautiful veins. Overlapping is fine. There we have a really pretty leaf design. Now, you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I want to take it to the next level. So I'm going to set this aside for now. Check this out, all these really beautiful, beautiful veins that are happening there. Pretty nice, right? I'm going to set this aside. Then I'm going to get out my leaf. You can have students trace a leaf, or you can use a pre-cut leaf, which I'm using. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of Zen Tangle on this, or what I like to call Zen Doodle. I'm going to start by outlining this leaf so you can see it, because I know you can't see the white on the white, which is really difficult. So I'm going to outline this. I'm only putting paper underneath it so I don't get marker all over the table. But it doesn't really matter. We're in an art room. Who cares? Just get marker on the table. All right, so I'm going to break this off into sections, and I have some little lines here that follow the veins. So if you break it into sections that follow the veins, that might be a good idea. But you don't have to do that. There is no perfect rule to doing Zentangle. It's just that you're following patterns. A pattern is something that repeats itself. Since I'm using just black, I'm going to be doing shapes that repeat themselves, or lines. Something that fills up the space in a creative way that is not a scribble. That is not Zentangle. Don't do that. Zentangle is a thought out or planned piece of work that just organically happens as you are creating it. Maybe do a little checkerboard pattern. You can be a little neater with yours. I'm just filling in my space somewhat quickly so I can show you this end result. I've already done a few leaves, which I'm going to put on the paper in a second when I'm done with my drawing. Let me see, what can we do? What's a cool pattern? We can do some lines. Something like that might be fun. We could do a bunch of little stipples to create a pointillism feel if you wanted to. Hopefully you can see this. Sometimes when I work with pencil on this camera, it does not come out at all, so I've learned to press hard, which is really a drawing no-no. You want to press light when you're drawing, with pencil anyway. Finally, last one, let's just do some stripes. Okay, so we have this pretty interesting leaf, and what we want to do is bring our drawing back. I'm going to mount it on this paper here so it looks very pretty. Just a little bit of glue in the corners. No need to go crazy with the glue. I like Elmer's, but this works good too. It really smells good too. What did they put in it to make it smell so good? And then, finally, give this a couple little presses. Figure out where you want your leaves to go. And you have a really nice contrast of black on white. Actually, black and white on color, rather. So to make these leaves stand out, I will probably go ahead and outline them in black so they really stand out. And I have an awesome marker for that. That's when I pull out the big guns. I got this Sharpie Biggie. This thing is awesome. It's the Magnum. So to make my leaves stand out, I'm going to go ahead and just go around all of my edges. see if this works. Oops, forgot a little piece there. So, yeah, that stands out much better. So I would go ahead and do that for all of my leaves, which I'm not going to do now because that's going to make this video way too long. But I might do it at some point. And I will also, let's see, maybe I won't do the other ones. I kind of like it like this. Some can go off the page if you want, but you decide. You're the boss, you're the artist. You can have a really pretty design just like that. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. It was fun to do. It took me about 10 minutes. Might take your students a class or two. You could stretch it out if you wanted to. I did have these leaves pre-done, so it probably would take a little bit longer. Take your time with it, though. Make these pretty and nice, and you'll have an awesome piece of autumn art to hang on your fridge. I will see you next time. Keep drawing.